du meine Arbeit für richtig hältst, ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten bin.
The Argentina government is declassifying information on Hitler. Wait, what? You heard that correctly? You may have heard the rumors, but now it seems like the Argentina government is digging into history's most controversial mysteries. Could it be that Adolf Hitler didn't die in 1945 as we were all taught? Could he have escaped to South America? And if so, what else has been hidden in plain sight? You're about to discover explosive new claims, shocking details, and a story that the CIA tried to bury for decades. But before we dive in, let's ask the real question. Did Hitler really survive World War II? For years we've all been told the same thing. Adolf Hitler died in his bunker in Berlin in 1945. His supposed suicide marked the end of the Nazi regime in World War II. But here's where things get a little strange. What if that story was just a carefully constructed narrative, a cover-up to conceal a much bigger truth? What if Hitler didn't die in the bunker? What if he escaped, and not just anywhere? What if he went to South America, to countries like Argentina and Colombia, places that were rumored to be hiding spots for Nazi officials? This theory isn't new, but recently, new evidence from declassified CIA files has turned up, bringing new life to this theory. Could these be the missing pieces that finally prove Hitler's survival? Let's break it all down. The problem is simple. We've been lied to. For years the narrative has been controlled and the truth has been obscured. For decades the idea that Hitler died in 1945 was drilled into our minds. This was a story that was repeated in history books, taught in schools, and accepted by the general public without question. But for some reason, there's been an overwhelming amount of reports, investigations, and evidence suggesting the contrary. These reports have surfaced from various sources, each adding a piece to a puzzle that challenges the official narrative. Let me take you back to the year 1955. It was a time of great tension and uncertainty, with the world divided by the Cold War. It was the height of the Cold War, and the CIA had just declassified a bombshell report that no one expected to see. This report was not just any document, it was a revelation that had the potential to rewrite history. Among the CIA's files, in particular the ones connected to the JFK assassination, there was a report that surfaced claiming that Adolf Hitler survived World War II and was living in Colombia. This was a shocking claim that contradicted everything we had been told. Now imagine for a moment, you're an investigator, and you receive this information, straight from a trusted informant who had been working closely with intelligence agencies. The weight of this revelation would be immense, and the implications far-reaching. This informant, codenamed Semelody III, reports that he had contact with a former SS officer named Philip Citroën, who was a credible source with a direct link to the Nazi regime. Citroën claimed to have met a man named Adolf Schuttlemayer in the Colombian city of Tunja. This man, Schuttlemayer, was alleged to be none other than Adolf Hitler himself, living under an assumed identity. The story was incredible, but the evidence was compelling. Here's where the plot thickens. The story takes a dramatic turn as the CIA delves deeper into the mysterious claims. According to the report, the CIA didn't just dismiss this as a wild conspiracy theory. They meticulously examined every piece of evidence, leaving no stone unturned. They took the information seriously, leading to a detailed investigation. The agents were determined to uncover the truth, no matter how improbable it seemed. In fact, the CIA's report from 1955 states Semelody III was contacted on 29 September 1955 by a trusted friend who served under his command in Europe and who is presently residing in Maracaibo. This friend provided crucial information that could not be ignored. The information provided about the man referred to as Adolf Schuttlemayer was taken with the utmost seriousness. The CIA knew that if there was any truth to these claims, it could change the course of history. The CIA even received a grainy photograph showing Citroën with this man who resembled Hitler. This photograph added a visual element to the mounting evidence. This wasn't just hearsay. This was real, actionable intelligence. The agents were on high alert, knowing that they were dealing with something potentially monumental. So what happens next? The CIA was on the case, until it was too late. Despite their best efforts, they couldn't prevent what was about to unfold. The man they believed to be Hitler, Schuttlemayer, fled to Argentina, evading the investigation. The trail went cold, leaving the agents with more questions than answers. But this isn't the end of the story. In fact, it's just the beginning of an even bigger investigation that's been going on for years. Robert Baer, a former CIA agent who is leading a team of investigators trying to uncover the truth about Hitler's possible survival. Baer and his team have been traveling across South America, piecing together new clues and following the trail of Nazis who were believed to have escaped the war. In interviews, Baer has said, "What I like doing is going through the files as they are declassified and finding out what's missed." He's not just looking at the official records. Baer and his team are digging deeper, finding hidden documents, investigating leads that the government might not want us to see. Their journey has taken them to remote locations, from dense jungles to isolated villages where whispers of Nazi fugitives have persisted for decades. They are not just retracing steps but also uncovering new paths that were previously overlooked. Baer's meticulous approach involves sifting through mountains of declassified documents, some of which have never been seen by the public. He believes that within these pages lie the answers to one of history's most enduring mysteries. Remember, in most criminal cases, the full extent of them is never known until years later. The same applies here. The deeper Baer digs, the more complex the web of secrets becomes. He's not just looking at the official records. He's also interviewing witnesses, some of whom have never spoken publicly before, and following up on leads that have long been forgotten. Baer and his team are digging deeper, finding hidden documents, investigating leads that the government might not want us to see. They are uncovering a story that has been buried for decades, a story that could change our understanding of history. What does this mean for us? It means that the truth is out there, and Baer's investigation could be the key to unlocking it. The implications of their findings could be profound, potentially rewriting the history books and altering our perception of the past. As Baer and his team continue their relentless pursuit of the truth, one thing is clear: this investigation is far from over. The answers they seek are out there, waiting to be discovered, and their journey is a testament to the enduring quest for knowledge and justice. Let's recap the key pieces of evidence. First, the 1955 CIA report. A trusted informant reveals that Hitler might be alive in South America. Second, the photo, a grainy picture of Schuttlemayer, who resembles Hitler, with former SS officer Philip Citroen. Third, the worship locals treating Schuttlemayer as a Nazi figure with Nazi salutes and reverence. Fourth, the escaped Schuttlemayer flees to Argentina just as the CIA begins its investigation. And finally, the manhunt. Robert Baer and his team continue their quest across South America to find the truth. Imagine for a second being in that dark bunker in Berlin. The war's over, and it's time to make a decision. But instead of dying in your bunker, you escape, fleeing to a country where you can disappear and live out the rest of your life without anyone knowing. That was the reality for many top Nazi officials, and Hitler could have been among them. Picture this. You're in Argentina in the 1950s, a country full of former Nazis, and you meet a man who looks exactly like the most infamous dictator in history. The question that runs through your mind: could this man really be Hitler? How far would the world go to protect him? Here's the deal. The more we uncover about this story, the more it seems like the official narrative we've been taught about Hitler's death is incomplete, at best. Whether it's a grainy photo, a reported eyewitness, or declassified CIA files, the truth is out there, and the Argentina government may be about to tell us a lot more than we think. So, what do you think? Could Hitler have survived World War II against all odds? Do you believe there's more to the story than we've been told, hidden in plain sight? Hit me up in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts and theories. If you're fascinated by this kind of history and mystery, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing investigations into the secrets of our past. And remember, the truth does have a way of coming out, especially when the CIA and government documents are involved. If you're hooked on this mystery and want to dive deeper into more conspiracy theories and historical secrets, stay tuned for the next episode. We'll explore more declassified files, secrets about World War II, and everything in between. So, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's uncover the truth together. See you in the next one. Who knows what the government might reveal next?